Hello everybody and welcome back to Gaming on Caffeine. My name is Isaac and we are back playing some Feed the Beast Horizons Daybreaker for episode 3. And what I want to work on today is I want to start at least with our power situation, because as of right now, our power situation kinda sucks. We have 2 of these survivalist generators from extra utilities, each producing 5 redstone flux a tick. Granted, they do it for a very long time with a very little amount of fuel, but they take forever to actually get anything done. For instance, I've actually gone ahead and taken down the energized smelter just because it was slowing down the enrichment chamber here so much that I actually moved over to regular old furnaces because this thing was so flipping slow. And I would like to get this system back up and running so that we could just like have our ores be completely automated and not have to have me moving them back and forth all the time. So we're going to start by making ourselves a better source of power. And for that source of power, we're going to turn it back to Mekanism. We are going to make ourselves some wind turbines. These guys over here are pretty good. They require no fuel. They produce power, you guessed it, based on wind. And they're actually not all that hard to make. Now, to make this, I did go do some mining between episodes. We've got quite a bit more osmium. We've got quite a bit more iron. And as you just saw, we've got a little bit more gold as well, which is pretty nice. The reason, by the way, that we have no chest sounds is because I did go ahead and turn off block sounds. I'll turn them back on for now, because we don't have the energized smelter down. But once we get the energized smelter down, and once we get the windmill down, we're probably not going to want them on because it sounds horrible. But that's fine. Anyway, in order to make this thing, we need a bunch of osmium, which we have. Osmium we have like coming out of our butts. We have so much of it. We're going to need quite a bit of redstone because we are going to have to use the metallurgic infuser a fair bit to make all of these enriched alloys, which are made with redstone and iron in the metallurgic infuser. I was going to say energetic infuser then. That's a completely different mod. As well as this guy here, the basic control circuit, which is osmium and redstone, and 2 of these energy tablets, which are made using some gold, some redstone, and some more of these enriched alloys. So we're going to start by making 1, and to make 1 of these, we are going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these enriched alloys, which means 5 iron in there, with I think 5 redstone. I think to start with, each redstone kind of equates to each ingot here, so we'll put 5 of those in. We're going to have to follow that up with some osmium. How much osmium do we need? We need 3, 4, and I think that's actually it, so it shouldn't be too bad. We do need 6 gold, which we have now, which is good. And I think that's actually about it, which is pretty good. This thing is going to take a while. Let me take a look real quick at the speed upgrades for Mekanism. I know we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves here, looking at speed upgrades, because although they're actually not that expensive, it's some osmium dust, some glass, and some alloys, we don't really have that much power, although I would love to be able to get that. Let's see here. That's lead dust. We need osmium dust. Let's get some osmium going in here. Let's throw some osmium in. Let's get some osmium just in case we decide to switch it up and actually do this. We are also going to need some more wood as well to actually go ahead and power this thing, because right now it is out of power. And I went around and did a bunch of tree chopping between this episode and last, because we're going to actually use an absolute ton of logs this episode. And I thought to myself, you know what, let's just use the condenser that we made last episode. Let's use the condenser and let's make some wood. When I realized that flipping oak wood has an EMC exchange value of 32, making 1 log of oak wood worth the exact same as a piece of redstone, which I thought was kind of crazy, because in my mind, like, wood is worth far less than redstone. Apparently not in the mind of Paimar, the creator of EE3. But the good news is that if we set up a tree farm, which I do plan to do before the end of this episode, we should be able to get ourselves a butt-ton more redstone if we so wish. However, what I am going to do real quick here is I don't think we've researched wood yet. So I'm going to research wood, because like I said, we're going to use a ton of it. Do we already know wood? Is this like a thing that I did between episodes? It is. We do already know wood. So let's go ahead and just get ourselves a bunch of wood here. Can we do this? If we put the tome in, we can. That got us 10,000. Oh my gosh, that got us a lot of EMC, basically, guys. That's going to get us quite a bit of wood. I'll let that sit there and do that. How are you doing over here? You are almost done. You have got us some osmium. We have updated to a newer version of the pack, version 1.0.2, so this should work now, I think. I haven't tested it, but I'm pretty sure we should be able to make glass again now, which will be very nice indeed. It was a bit of a pain not being able to make glass. That is going to make so much wood. It is kind of insane. It's going to take a while. Does like this work? If we spread it out, does it like put 1 into each slot? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's a bit of a shame, but that's fine. There we go. If you just keep clicking, if you like triple click or something, it like selects them all. So that's going to go ahead and make us a bunch of wood, which is pretty nice. Saves us having to cut it down. Glass does work, which is absolutely lovely. Let's take this. Let's see about making one speed upgrade. It says increases the speed of machinery. No exchange energy value. That just means it doesn't work with equivalent exchange. I'm not quite sure of the specifics of this, like how much extra power it draws or anything like that, but it seems pretty cool. So let's like put 2 more of you in and 2 more iron, just so we can get an extra 2 of these. And while that's doing that, let's go ahead and do something like this and see how this works. That is not osmium. That is osmium. That got us 1 speed upgrade. Let's throw that in under the upgrades tab, which I believe is somewhere. He says, completely forgetting where the upgrades are. Is it this one here? It is. So you stick them in there, it'll go down. You can see we now have 1 speed upgrade. I believe you can have a maximum of 8 in at a time. Now, it doesn't really help that we don't have enough power to keep this thing running, and my gosh, this thing is already flipping loud. I'm just going to turn both these down just a bit there. Yeah, if we had enough power, this would actually work. Now, I believe we can also get efficiency upgrades, I think are what they're called. Let's see here. Efficiency, maybe not. Let's just type in upgrade and take a look here. Here we go. Energy upgrades. This is made using gold and 2 enriched alloys. This increases the energy efficiency and the capacity of machines. It can hold more energy and uses less energy to make an alloy, which would be very nice indeed. So you know what? Let's try that as well. Let's put 2 of those in and get 2 more going in there. That does mean we are going to need some more pulverized gold or gold dust. So we'll stick 1 of you in and see if that works. I think it should. No? We can't use that to get gold dust? Oh, I could have sworn that was it. Oh, no. Oh, we need a crusher. Oh. Oh, it's a completely different machine, I see. Let's see. Crusher. Do we need anything in particular? It's a little expensive. It's fine. It's fine. We've got what we needed. We have enough now, I think, to make ourselves the windmill here. So, let's take a quick look. Boom. Boom. Take 2 of those. And we'll also take 2 of... No, we won't. We'll make 1 of these guys in a second. Let's just go ahead and throw some osmium in there. That's going to go ahead and make us the basic control circuit, and then we should be good to go. Yeah, that's all good. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. Jesus, okay. This is doing good. I like this. I like this a lot. You'll see why momentarily. Actually, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to stop this for a second, because another thing that we are going to need a lot of this episode is stone. And one thing that I really like about the equivalent exchange and this exchange rate thing that we have going on here is that it kind of saves you having to smelt stuff up. Things like glass have an EMC of 1. Things like sand have an EMC of 1. So instead of putting it through the furnace, you can just stick it in here and it'll just transmutate it for free, which is great. And it's also the same for cobblestone. So if we just throw that in there, take that out, I'm going to take all those out and just stick some stone in there. It should start to make stone as well. Yeah, there we go. And that's going to get us 7,878 stone, which is kind of awesome. It saves us having to smelt all that stone up, which is very nice indeed. Let's take that. I don't need another one. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a wind turbine. What are we missing? Boom, boom, boom. We are missing nothing, I don't think. I think the batteries just don't like being shift-clicked in. Boom, boom, and boom. Wind turbine. Nice. So, first things first, don't throw it on the floor. That's not a good idea. And if we were to go ahead and set this up, let's say here, this thing is actually going to go ahead and start producing power, which is kind of nice. Then, the next thing we want to do is, first of all, make sure that we do not get attacked by those creepers over there, especially the pink one. He looks very dodgy indeed. Let's head back inside. I believe we have some more of the energy conduits lying around somewhere. We have 6 there. And if we were to go ahead and do something like this, I believe we have to hook it up to the front in order for it to actually start gaining power. So let's do, yeah, there we go. Let's do that. And now, we should actually be good. There we go. Look at that. Boom. This one's filling up to full power. Let's stick this guy back down. And I did go ahead and change the output there. So let's make sure that the input is there. That is now working again. My gosh, it sounds like a vacuum cleaner. I'm just going to turn that right down to next to nothing. You can kind of still hear stuff there, but it's really, really quiet. Actually, I'm just going to turn it all the way off. I'm just going to turn it all the way off. There we go. And look at this, we now have full power on all of these things. The flipping turbine is so much better than these survivalist generators. Once these guys run out, I'm probably not going to fill them back up with coal. We probably won't use them for quite a while now unless we need power elsewhere and don't have the resources to make another turbine, which I don't really see happening anytime soon. But that turbine is actually doing pretty well, and if needs be, we can actually go ahead and move the turbine higher up, and it will start to generate more redstone flux, more power for us, because the higher it is, the faster the wind flows and the more power it generates. It just means we have to run quite a few cables back down to the ground here. But this is good. This is good. This is all running fine. This is running a little bit faster. This, granted, still not very fast machines, and I'm in fact going to go ahead and take this one out. I believe we can. Let's see here. How do I remove this? There we go. I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to put that in here. This seems like the next slowest. So that should go ahead and increase the speed of the smelting here. Again, not by much. I believe you can put 8 in maximum, but it's still doing a pretty good job there. Now, the next thing I want to do is going to require all this stone, some redstone, and some oak wood, and that is setting up a tree farm using progressive automation. Progressive automation is a mod that allows you to automate stuff, as you may have guessed. So, to start with here, we're going to make ourselves a stone chopper. There are 4 tiers, wooden, stone, iron, and diamond. We're going to make the stone one for now. We could probably make the iron one, in all fairness. We have a fair bit of iron, but I don't want to waste all of our iron just yet. So, instead, we're going to make a stone one. That is made using a chest, which we can make fairly easily, like so, as well as an axe, which we can again make fairly easily. Let's just go and do something like this. Boom. Get an axe. And then, let's have a look here. Furnace, fairly easy if you happen to have a furnace on you. That makes it really easy. I was going to say if you happen to have any cobblestone on you. But I think that's actually everything. Let's put you there, you there, you there, you there. I think we're missing some wood. And let's try that again. Boom. 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 No. By the way, what I'm doing there is I'm clicking on the item and then shift left clicking. And usually what shift left clicking does on this little question mark is it takes all of the items out of your inventory and puts them into the crafting table so that you don't have to like craft it. You don't have to put them in one by one. However, it doesn't usually work with items like wooden axes that don't stack. So instead I'm going to have to put all these in individually like so. That does get us a wooden chopper, however. And for the next one, we're going to need a stone hatchet, and I can show you this thing working here. If I take 3 cobblestone and do something like this, and again shift left click, it didn't work. What the heck is going on right now? This one. There we go. Yeah, if you shift left click, it put all the items in, but then because the stone axe doesn't stack, this probably won't work. Yeah, it didn't. Okay, that's fine. Boom, boom, and I think it was stone. Boom. That gets to the stone chopper. Nice. So, what this does is we're going to go ahead and we'll start this out. Let's say I don't want it too near my house because this is a chopper and it will probably take down my house if it's too close. So instead, I'm going to put it down kind of over here somewhere. And basically, this is going to plant and harvest trees for us and get us pretty much unlimited wood, which is kind of awesome. So let's stick it down right about there. Now, it needs a few things to actually start running. It needs an axe. I believe because we chose a stone hopper, I believe we can only use a cobblestone axe or maybe a wooden axe. I haven't tested it, but I know for a fact we cannot use an iron axe, which is a bit of a shame. It does mean we are going to have to upgrade the axe every now and again, but we can always go ahead and upgrade to the next tier of chopper if it becomes too much of a pain. All we have to do is take the original stone chopper and add some, like 20 iron to it. It's not too big of a deal. We're also going to need some saplings, which we have 12 of. We should probably have some more in there. We do. And I'm going to take some redstone out. This is not for the machine. The machine doesn't need redstone to run, but you'll see why we need that in a second. But basically to run, the machine needs fuel. We're going to use wood for now because wood we have a lot of. It needs fuel, it needs a sapling, and it needs an axe. Those are the 3 things it needs to get started. So if we run back over to this guy, and we were to throw them all in there, it does tell you, by the way, if you look in the inventory of the chopper, what you need. It says not ready, need fuel, you put fuel in. It says not ready, add saplings, you put saplings in. Not ready, need axe, you put an axe in, and it will plant 1 sapling. Now, granted, 1 sapling is not very good, and this is going to take forever to actually pay off and get us enough wood. So, what we need to do is actually go ahead and make some upgrades for this thing. So, let's head on back on inside here. And let's try and make some upgrades. So there are a few upgrades, again, 4 tiers. And we're after the stone upgrades. These are made using stone and the normal upgrade. The normal upgrade is made using logs and redstone. And now you can kind of see why I made so many logs and so much redstone, as well as so much normal stone, like so. That gets us 7. We can go ahead and make our 8th here. And we're going to need a bunch more wood if we want this to work. So let's switch that out for... Let's take all this, and then let's switch that out for wood. and get our wood making again. But that gets us 8. And basically, for each upgrade that you add into there, it can do 1 extra slot. So we're going to add 8 more slots to this thing. So it kind of starts here, and I believe it works clockwise. So if we add 1 upgrade, it just do this slot. Actually, I'll show you here real quick. If we put 1 upgrade in here, it's going to eat it up, and now it can plant there. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then it'll start, I believe, there with 8. So we'll throw all those in there. And yeah, you can see it's gone all the way around up to there. I would like a really big farm. I'm not quite sure if there's a max. There probably is, like a maximum number that you can put in there. But I would like to get quite a nice wood farm going here, and I think I would also like to try and set something up so that all of the wood that we get, which does end up coming into this slot, we can kind of try and pump back around as fuel, and if we can get that to work, we can set up a fully automatic tree farm, which you could then use as a fully automatic EMC farm, which we could then use to get fully automatic anything, which would be very nice. We're probably still going to need things like a quarry or a digital miner, as some people have suggested, because it's not the best way of getting stuff in the world. It's not like the fastest way of getting anything. But it's a start, which is good. Let's try actually get a few more of these here. Let's do this and get a bunch more of these. I'm just going to use all of our wood right now because we have quite a bit of it. And we'll do that, and we'll do that. And 13 more gives us actually quite a nice radius. I don't think it's quite going to give us like 2 circles worth, but it's going to be close. I think. So let's use some of these things. We need to get a proper house going. Our house right now is terrible. We have no roof and we have no real source of food. That is something that we should really look into. But there we go. Look at that. That's almost a full circle worth. If we get 2 more, that's going to go ahead and set up a full farm, which is pretty nice. And also, I would like to be able to show you this off real quick. Let's see if we've got any bones or bone meal. We do. Let's see if we can get this to actually work. Do we have enough wood to make another 2? Of course we do. We got loads of wood. I love how much EMC lapis is worth. It's crazy. In my mind, lapis and redstone have kind of always been the same value, but apparently not. Apparently, according to the game, lapis is worth like 10 times more. Actually, probably more than that. Lapis is worth exponentially more than redstone is. But anyway, if we stick those in there, that's going to increase the range even more. And let's give this a try. So if I go ahead and let's say bone meal this guy. There we go. And you'll see it starts to chop it down. It's going to use up the durability of the axe, which is kind of where the slowness comes into it. But overall, it's pretty good. We're not going to be bone mealing most of these. We're just kind of leave it, let it do its thing, let it run, and we'll come back every so often, replace the axe, take out a bunch of oak wood, and then we can use it for whatever we want. Probably for building our base, because right now, our base, like we said earlier, kind of sucks. But yeah, that's our little tree farm we've got from Progressive Automation. There are a few more that we can make. We can also go ahead and make a miner, which does kind of a similar thing. You stick a pickaxe in there, and it's going to mine directly down. Actually, we could probably go ahead and make one of these. Not too hard. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Let's see if we can get this up and running. That would be a nice way of doing it. Now, I'm not sure. I believe that if we try and make a stone miner here, what's going to happen is it's not going to be all that good, because I don't think it's going to be able to mine anything above iron, which is a bit of a pain. So we might have to actually go ahead and make the next tier up. That was completely wrong. That being the what the heck am I doing here? Luckily, we can change these back. We can do the next tier up and try and get an iron miner going. That would probably make our lives quite a bit easier. So if we stick you there, and then we just need another furnace. Fairly easy stuff. Let's take you. And if we do get this up and running, I might go ahead and take some of the stone upgrades out of the chopper, because I don't think we quite need that much of it in the chopper, to be fair. I love how fast we are getting wood with this thing. Even though it's the slowest one of all of them, it's like super slow, it's still doing pretty well. So you can go there, you can go there, you can go there, you guys can go around. That gets us the wooden version. Then, of course, we are going to need the stone version before we can go ahead and move on to possibly the iron version. What do we need here? We just need you, and you. Now, how much iron do we need for the iron version? We need 6, 7, 8, 9, and then another 9. We need 18. We can afford it. We can afford it. We got loads. Oh, wow. I didn't realize how much this system was doing now that it's like back up and running again. That is actually lovely. Okay, let's go ahead and get ourselves the iron pickaxe, which I'm assuming is all we need. Yep, we'll put you there. We'll put you there and there. You can go there, and you can go there. That gets us the iron version. We are going to then need 3 more iron to make the iron pickaxe, but we should be then good to go. Boom, boom, and boom. Take all of you. I'm not quite sure what that was that we almost made there, but basically the idea is, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and break this guy over here. Simply, actually, yeah, I am going to break this guy. The reason I'm going to break the stone version is so that I can put it back together again, but this time with less upgrades in it, basically. You can go there, and then let's go ahead and add, say, 14 as opposed to 27. It's not going to be quite as big, but I would like to get a much bigger radius going on our miner here. So, for that, I guess we could put it down like maybe here. Should be fine. You can go there. Again, it's going to need fuel, so we'll take that, and we'll stick like a stack of fuel in there. It's going to pickaxe. We'll put that in there. Upgrades, we can throw in somewhere. It needs cobble. Okay, so I'm assuming this one's going to replace any ores that it mines with cobble. Needs a shovel as well. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We could spare 1 iron on a shovel, I guess. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Nice. Let's throw that in as well. I wondered what that extra slot was then there for a second. And upgrades. Can we not put... Oh, we need iron upgrades, don't we? Oh, wow. Yeah, geez. Okay, let's see if we've got any iron upgrades here. What do we need for iron upgrades? We need a butt ton of iron. Wow. This thing... This could be expensive. Let's take 5. Now, that was expensive, but I'm hoping that this is going to kind of pay for itself as time goes on here. It did get some ores, but not quite all of them. Now we've increased the radius here, so now it's got a range of 6. And again, instead of just doing 1 now, it's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's going to do kind of this little radius, almost a full section around it here, which is pretty nice. You can see it's already got some ores. It's going to go ahead and mine pretty much everything here that an iron pickaxe can mine, which is, again, pretty much everything. It's going kind of fast. We're probably going to have to move this around quite a bit, but it saves us having to go down to the mine, and it's going to work as a nice temporary solution until we actually get like a full-on quarry or digital miner up and running, which is pretty nice. And I think it also kind of ignores cobblestone as well. It replaces any block that it finds with cobblestone, so we do kind of have to keep it topped up with a little bit of cobblestone here. But again, not too big of a deal. We do have a lot of cobblestone, and it's probably not going to use more than a stack anytime soon. But yeah, with that, guys... Oh, it's getting cobblestone back. What the heck? Oh, it's using up the cobblestone that it gets. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Okay, but yeah, with that, guys, I'm going to end this episode here. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like, and I will see you guys next time.